Hi, this is Peggy Miller, Highland Winds medical herbalist, and this is maintenance 4. Um, Basically, I'm encouraging those if you have just jumped into this one because you're in the 20 to 30-year-old group, welcome. I'm a certified medical herbalist, and I have been recording these podcast series because I'm trying to share with you some of the information that I think will lead to better health for you. Basically, if you have time, try to also listen to the first 3 maintenances because that will give you a little bit of information. The overview, if you are not very versed at all in terms like yin and yang, etc., the overviews really helps. It sort of goes into an 8-part what is yin and yang, what are the tridoshas, uh, and gives you a solid base to understand this better. But if you're versed in these things, then just leap into this one because this is for the 20 and 30-year-olds. The next segment is going to be 30 and 40. But because 30-year-olds sort of fit into both groups to some degree. There's overlap with any grouping, but you have to pick something. And so 20 and 30s share a great deal of physical symptoms, similar types of stressors. And so I have grouped them for the purpose of what type of maintenance regimen would help you a great deal at this time in your life. Basically, 20 and 30-year-olds, the way I look at it from a standpoint as a medical herbalist and with my practice, I've worked with clients in this age group and was once in this age group, so I'm well aware of the stressors that you face. It's at the start when you're trying to build whatever career you've chosen, whether you're predominantly a mom or a stay-at-home dad, or you run a daycare, or you are an intensive white-collar bureaucrat, uh, whether you work in a foundry, whatever your choices have been, the stressors still exist. You're having to learn to deal with bosses, multiple demands on your time that are complex, and all the different stressors and decisions you have to make really add to what you're facing physically. Stress tends to impact both the spleen, the heart, the liver, and the kidneys in different ways. It even also impacts the lungs. It can lead to hypertension. It can lead to blood deficiency, fatigue. When the kidney and spleen, if you're a worrier, the kidney and spleen will be impacted and you will feel fatigue. You may feel intestinal problems, food stagnation. But basically, if these are just very light and you're on a generally healthy approach, then maintenance is the way to go. You can deal with the periodic lack of sleep by changing your diet, improving your diet quite a bit, reducing partying if you can, and then periodically taking herbs that help to cleanse the liver. And these can be as lightweight meaning you can take them 4 times a week for practically the rest of your life, and that's lemon water and dandelion. Throw in some milk thistle sometimes, and you will help your liver greatly. Your liver needs to be attended to. Stressors, as well as for women in the longevity of the menstrual cycle, can add to blood stagnation and key stagnation in the liver. Pollutants from partying a bit too much, from alcohol use, from a rich diet, from too much grilled food, can all contribute to liver, key, and blood stagnation. This is critical. So periodically, even a couple times a week, drink some dandelion tea. You can add things to this. Add a little bit of turmeric to clear your both your liver and your gallbladder, because the gallbladder starts to show its face a little bit at this time if you have a lot of pollutants in your system. If you don't eat organic, the environmental pollutants from toxins as well as preservatives will start to accumulate at this point, and they can help clog the liver as well. So try to eat organic as much as possible. Use dandelion tea and lemon water. And there are also, if you periodically realize that you are having a diet and partying and use party drugs some, then you periodically may want to include bupleurum in that liver clearing. I make a pretty good fatigue mix of tea, and there's other ones on the market which include a light bupleurum combination with herbs that help the spleen, because the spleen is being impacted at this point as well. And so it would help signs of fatigue as well as clearing the liver. It's important at this stage that you start to attend to those things. Not often. If you do a bupleurum liver clean with a gentle addition of herbs for fatigue like codonopsis or astragalus, those will help both the spleen and the lungs and the liver. And you can do this once every 6 months. This is not constant, but it needs to be attended to. Because if you don't, the pollution, the stagnation in the liver continues to accumulate, and it can lead to serious problems down the road with tremors and real mood swings. The liver impacts moods. And so basically, you need to attend to the liver, because otherwise increased anger, on edge, biting at your coworkers, or depression, just general moodiness can accumulate. This will exacerbate for women that are hoping to get into the childbearing years. Keeping your liver attended to will help you handle all the hormones and the shifts that will occur with this. So and not just women, men during these ages experience hormone shifts as well. You both might want to consider a periodic use of Dong Gi 4. One of the things that happens during the 20s and 30s is that you are really into, some of you, exercise. Yoga has taken on walking, hiking, biking, and it's great. The exercise is excellent, but what a lot of 20 and 30-year-olds don't realize is this can deplete the blood. Blood nutrients need to be attended to. So if you're feeling fatigue, or if your skin's starting to show up as being dry, you basically if your muscles don't seem to want to perform the way you'd like, you just are, you're getting some cramping in your arms or legs, and you otherwise feel great, but your muscles don't, that's blood deficiency. Dong Gi 4, DANGGUI 4, is a formula. It's a blood deficiency formula. That's a Chinese herbal formula. And you can get it in pill form, or you can get it online. I also make it as a tea form, but you can find it in a variety of places. It's excellent for blood deficiency. You probably should just be using it once a month. Use it for like 4 or 5 days. It will help your blood stay nourished. And so this is a good maintenance approach. You don't want to have that depletion that can come with these years. Also, your poor diet, if you have a poor diet, meaning not a good balance of veggies, and a lot of the veggies need to be cooked. You don't want too many salads because that's too much in. But also do include sprouts. Sprouts are great for digestion, and they are just an overall blend of vitamins and minerals that really help the system across the board. So, your diet needs to have some red meat, some beef, some lamb. You also need to have enough protein. You've got to attend to the B vitamins, potassium. Potassium is found in potato skins and parsley and spinach. So these things start to accumulate at this age. If you haven't had a good diet for, many years, then it will start to show. You will be more tired. Get a juicer and start to use the spinach and bok choy and celery and Swiss chard, and you'd be surprised. That will increase your energy and it will help your health. And use the pulp. The pulp that you get from juicing can be tossed into your chilies. It can be strewn on your pizza toppings, and that way you also get the remaining nutrients and fiber, which is really important for your intestines. So take a look at those kind of things for your overall diet. Keep in mind that keeping the stagnation clear in your liver is important. Tonifying your blood, and also you want to keep a good yin and yang balance. So if you're a very yang person, if you are really out there with your career, you need to increase your yin. And this can be more cooked veggies, juicing, some more salads, especially if your salads are very low. Sprouts, all of those are yin, plus Ophiopogon and Glenia and cordyceps are all great yin herbs. Schizandra, Schizandra, is a great herb. Lychee berries. Lychee berries is great for both the blood and yin. Goji berries. You can find goji berries at Walmart. You can find them in all of the health food stores. Goji berries are great for blood and yin. Another one is amla. It's the Indian gooseberry. It is huge in vitamin C, and it is a great blood yin tonic. So these are all good for yin. Yang, you want to increase your walnuts. You want to increase your yang herbs, cinnamon, cayenne. All of these can help keep cayenne, cinnamon. I'm blanking for a minute on the yang herbs. The strong spices, cumin even in its own way is the curries. Spice up, and also spice is a good balance for your intestines. So make sure you're having enough spice. So include softer exercise if you're not doing it. Yoga and Tai Chi. Keep up the running. Tonify. And overall, you should handle basically what you're facing. Schizandra is great for insomnia, and it is excellent overall for both the heart and the blood. So that's another one to just include in your regular maintenance herbs. And Dangi 4, as I talked about. Basically, you want to prepare 20's and 30's. By the time you get into your 40's, you don't want to have left your liver clogged and your yin and yang all out of balance, your intestines out of balance. You want to have attended these things so that as you approach the years where your muscles are really going to need that good foundation of nutrients, and your bones need to be strong, and your liver clear, all of those things will help you a great deal. So 20's and 30's, this is an overall good regimen. I hope that this has been helpful some in terms of what you are facing. And that as you get into the next decade, you'll be ready for it. This is Peggy Miller, medical herbalist, Highland Winds LLC. I hope to catch you in some of the next podcasts, and go back to the overview and listen to that a chunk at a time. You could learn a little bit. All right. I hope you have a great day, and thanks for listening.